just had an epiphany or revelation regarding people. Some people, you got to be careful how you choose your words with people. Everybody's different. People receive information in different ways. There's so many different languages in this world. So sometimes when people communicate, it's hard for people, especially if you're not well versed. And you don't really practice, great communication qualities. If you don't read and write and understand how words work and spells and all that stuff, and it's just a lot to explain. But people gotta understand it's a certain way that you talk to people. There's a certain way that you want to deliver a message if you have a certain purpose or a message that you want to get out there. So you always hear it's not what you say or it's how you say it. People are fickle, man. People, they want to be catered to. And people gonna always have problems with what you say or how you say it. I've been having that problem for years. No matter if I tell something to somebody in a nice way or a mean way because they're not listening to the nice way, or I have to try to explain it outside of a context where it's just weird. It's just I find myself going outside of my way to try to explain simple concepts to people. People had a problem with the way Jesus was speaking back in the day. Yeah, people loved him, but you had certain people that didn't like the way he was talking. You had, certain leaders and kings and even some holy men. I thought they knew what they was talking about or what they was doing. People didn't like the way that Jesus was talking to people. So that's one thing you got to remember. People gonna always have a problem with what you say or how you say it, but you got to get your message out regardless. Meditating on some of the things that I'm starting to learn now, I'm thinking God was a gardener. He created the garden. He created man in his image to maintain the garden. Adam was a gardener. If you pay attention to the Bible, there's a lot of emphasis on people having skills or with their hands. People know how to work with their hands in the Bible, whether it was a gardener or a carpenter or some type of rock mold builder or something like that. There was a very high emphasis and importance on having skill, having a trade, being able to do things with your hands. Because at the end of the day, that's what got us to where we at today. People, alchemy. You perceive with your thoughts, and you try to communicate that blessing to people who's around you. Hopefully we can all get on one chord, and then you build things with the most precious human capital, which is not gold. It's the human spirit. It's the ability to create things, to think them up and make them, speak them into existence and create them with your hands. So that's one of the things. That's I don't know. I don't know if I dropped two gems at once, but people gonna always have a problem with what you say. If you have a message, if you have a testimony that God gave to you, you have to get it out. And the high emphasis on people, having skills and trade and having, the intelligence or the willpower or to be able to do certain things. The only way you can move a mountain is with your hands.